Hello everybody, we have a new game with the white pieces against Nepper, rated 1525. We do have a French defense on the board. We're going to push past and play an advanced French. He strikes out at our center and we defend it, creating a nice pawn chain. We're going to, okay, so he develops a piece and puts more pressure on the d4 square. We develop a minor piece and defend it one more time. He develops his queen, applies more pressure to the d4 square, but instead of defending it, we go bishop d3 because we want to castle as soon as possible. So he goes knight g e7, blocks his own bishop for the turn, which is a little interesting. I had to lower the music, it was too loud. Okay, so now that the bishop's blocking, do I want to take? I am going to take. It's kind of weird that he blocked the bishop, and this looks interesting, making the queen take. And now I'm just going to castle. And this pawn's hit once, and I want to protect it with rook e1. Wait, what? I thought he was going to put his knight here to attack our stronghold on e5, but instead he plays g6, which is a little odd, weakening all the dark squares, so that's a really ugly move. If you try to do something like this and he pushes, and let's just say you take with anything, he takes, you take, he takes, you take. So this pawn takes, or this knight takes. You could do that, but if here he can't hit your b pawn. If he tries to run, you can kick it maybe, then it can go back here, and you can even kick the knight. That's interesting. Oh wait, what am I doing? This move order. I mean, I don't want my bishop here permanently. Now that he made this weakness, I'd rather put it here, but for the time being, I'm going to control the center and develop a piece for free. Because this queen is kind of trapped, because we have our bishop here. So it's weird, because normally, let's say he can go here and try to, you know, counterattack or something, so he gets the turn. But here, what does he do? Yeah, he does go to the side, but I plan on gaining space on the queen side. I want to be better on the queen side, middle, center, and king side. So he does go back here. Now the pawn is hit twice. So that's important to note. So now if we kick the knight, he can actually take. But then if we take and the queen takes, we have bishop d4. Queen has to go somewhere, we take the rook. So let's kick the knight. And he walks right into our calculation, and this is about right for a 1500. He'll definitely walk into this and not calculate the one step further. I feel like even if he was 1600, he would easily miss this, even 1700, although 1700 could also see it. So like basically people will definitely blunder this at higher ratings than this tactic, because it looks like oh, this is hit twice, so they just automatically take, and they just don't go that one extra step. So he moves the queen, we take his rook. Now he can't castle here, which is also important because this doesn't look safe. Although now that we have no pawns in the center, maybe his king is safest here. Okay, so he develops a knight, or improves a knight, but leaves these at home. We could take it because we're up a rook. Okay, let's just take it, because if he takes with this pawn, he opens up his king, so that's bad. If he takes with the g pawn, oh, he opens up his king. So, okay, so we're definitely going to give a check down the e file. With the rook, looks logical. So we're just going to throw that in easily. He blocks with the bishop, that's fair. And he maybe prepares castling, so I think one very active move. You know, we have 3 pieces that we didn't move. And like here, if you go by the principle of least active piece, you're probably not going to make the best move. You might try to develop your knight. Here, let's say, but that's the effect of a move like that is so little. Um, like it's a good idea to definitely get this in the game for sure, right? But or here, wherever. But the effect of this move right now in this instant is so small compared to, let's say, queen a4. Even though the queen is already super developed, looking at everything, and the knight isn't. This eyes the king, right? Because the bishop is pinned. It also, if he tries to castle along, is hanging the a7 pawn. So you can't always go by um, one principle and forget all the others. Okay, so he goes b6, trying to shut down my queen, but it also weakens that side for when he castles, or if he castles. Um, his queen is kind of in a weird spot. We could improve our bishop for free, or we could develop a new piece. We could even potentially snake our queen in just because of how bad his position is. It prevents castling. He can't kick our queen out. And let's say we're threatening to invade, so he does something like this. I mean, I have no idea. It looks bad for him. Alright, I'm going to stick my queen in here. It might look kind of funny, but like in lots of other positions, this would be a bad move because your queen would be stuck and misplaced. But I don't see how he stops this with these ideas also. Like, I don't know where his queen is going to sit to prevent me. It would have to sit on d7, I guess. And then maybe he's fine. Okay. So anyway, he moves the bishop, which unpins the other bishop. And, you know, he still can't castle though. So, okay, so my idea was to go here and I immediately hit the rook. So I definitely, you guys, if you want to be safe and sound, you should just develop your pieces, your upper rook, right? Develop your pieces and don't risk anything. But I'm still going to make lots of moves with my queen because of how much work these two pieces alone, my two heavy pieces, are putting in tons of work right now. So he moves the rook so as not to hang it. But now we could take more stuff if we want to be greedy. But I don't think it's necessary to be greedy. This pawn is defended by the bishop as well as the knight. So when I move the knight, he's going to be like, oh, I could take the pawn and then blunder. So let's do that. Because the bishop's in the corner, so it's invisible. What did I tell you? The invisible bishop. How did I know? Because the bishop is on h8 and people don't look there. I should just move to the side to troll him, but I am going to take the queen. And now he's just doing random stuff for no reason because he's so mad. He's so mad. Look what he's doing. Oh my god. This guy. He walked right into it. Don't be mad at me. Be mad you're not paying attention. Let's just go here. Okay. That's checkmate. What was that? Yeah, let's go through the game. Good game, good game. So we play e4 and we get a French on the board. We play the advanced French. It's a good structure. He attacks it. We defend our center. So now we have a good center. His game plan is to attack our center right on d4. Ours is to keep it or basically give up d4 and make sure e5 is strong. So anyway, he attacks the center. We develop and center. He attacks the center. We just develop and center. He actually can't take the pawn here, but because of tactics. But even if he could, he's developing a knight, which is a little weird. Normally, you put that here to attack this pawn once the d pawn's gone, not supporting it. I just decided to take here because the bishop can't recapture. So, and now he can never win it because the pawn's gone. So it's a free move that misplaces or his queen a little bit, and now I can castle. And if you look at the position, I have this beautiful pawn on e5, a good knight. He has a good knight. I have a really nice bishop. He does not have a really nice bishop. My rook's about to be in the game, and I'm castled. He's not going to be castled soon or have a rook in the game soon. So I like white. Also, his queen's in a weird spot. So he does this, and we just develop for free and center. And then we just do, we gain space, but for free right? It doesn't even waste our turn because we get it back. So he does this, and now in the future, we also have the option of b6, right? Our pawn's right there, misplacing his knight. But at the moment, this pawn is hanging, right? So boom, threats and forcing moves. So if in effect this pawn is hanging, then that means his knight has to move to some weird square that it doesn't want to, and then look at the lead in development white has, um, much better than black's. But he falls right into it, and if you go bishop here first, then he throws this in with check. So now you have to take the knight, and then he goes e5, and then you cry. So it's the move order would have made all the difference in this moment right here. So it's important that you take the knight first for the tactic. And these bishops are just so strong here on a beautiful post. Free stuff. Uh, and opening this up is crazy for him, so he has to take with the g pawn. But he opens it up, which is... I guess he just wanted the square for his bishop, but it also opens it up for my rook. And the rest is over because we're up a rook. Okay, you could do queen here just to stop the castling idea. And then after he plays b6, I don't recommend you guys put your queen in here. I recommend you just develop your knight. Develop your knight and try to get it into one of the dark squares. That's what I think you should do. Maybe you can start with the bishop here first and then do that, but in one move order or the other, I think that's like a more effective way to think than doing something like this, which is a little more obscure. Yeah, so I kind of just played around with my queen a little bit. Then I did this because I know my queen's not in danger per se. Yeah, and then I knew he would blunder this because this guy's just been lurking here for a couple moves now, just minding his business. Like if I had moved it here and tempoed the queen, he definitely would notice it's defended. But because I never touched it, he walks right into it. Predictable. That's pretty good. All right, good game, Nepper. Typical way to play the French. Now you know where your pieces go in these types of lines. Try it yourself and let me know what you think. Good luck in your chess.